question there and then one question down there. Yes.
Hi.
Hi there.
This may be one of those other questions you don't want to answer to, but...
it's not that I don't want to. I'd love to be able to answer them.
I'm just interested in your comments about professionalism, about the interaction of the audience more and more, and also just thinking about the drama that we're used to watching on television now. I know your specialty is the reality and everything, but do you have any sense of how we might be able to continue to have the high quality dramas we have as the advertising dollars are disappearing? And
well, I think in North America, and particularly south of the border, you've got particular problems because I think the drama in the United States has always been such a big money machine. It has always demanded such tropes of quality. Yeah. I come from a very different background in the production of drama, or my company does. So we make what we refer to as industrialized drama, highly organized, highly streamlined production processes that are not driven by any individual showrunner, but which are emergent systems, if you like. We are now being required to take, in some of these shows, like as I mentioned, have been on air for a long time, 25 years or so, we are now being required to make enormous cuts in their budgets, and that is requiring us to completely remake the way in which they're made. So that's happening on the one hand. And of course those changes are changing what one might call the quality. But the point that I was trying to make about quality in production is that I'm not sure that changes in the quality concern the audience more than they concern us and the broadcasters. Because at the heart of a drama, what do you want? You want, I'm going to sound like I'm contradicting myself, you want great stories and you want them told very, very well. You don't necessarily want whizzy lights and the other things that we associate, high definition and the things that we associate as being quality. In terms of those dramas, as Jonathan Young, who is the producer of The Bill, one of our series in the UK, as he said to me quite recently, he said they don't watch them the way we make them anymore. And I think for me, that's really the key. So we've started to experiment, and in fact I was going to show it to you here today, but believe me, the presentation was way beyond my ability to control. We've been working on something called Story 2.0 inside FMX. So, Story 2.0 is a way of creating, to use a cliche, an immersive story world for a drama. So if you like, here is a soap opera, Neighbours, which has been on air for 25 years. Neighbours has a world, okay? It has a world. What we're proposing in Story 2.0, we're not proposing to replace the television stream. We're going to take the television stream and put it on air, so you can watch the half-hour episode just as it went out today, like that. But then you can do other things to it. You can navigate it and the back catalogue by character. So then you can go, oh, here's Gary and here's Fred. I want all scenes with Gary and Fred, and I want them all stitched together in one long stream so I can just watch the unfolding narrative of Gary and Fred. Yeah? Or I want to watch, and this is where you get into the collaboration with the audience, I want to see fan fiction related to Gary. So here's Gary's interrelationship with Fred, and I want to call up all the texts that Gary sent Fred. And here they come, down the side of the screen. And those, we know from our pilots on Story 2.0, can be written extremely effectively by the audience, because after all, they know these characters actually better than the head writers currently know them, because they've been watching it for 25 years. So when we did the pilot, one of the things was, will you write the telephone conversation between character A and character B? And the response we got from the community inside the pilot was, are you kidding? Character B would never carry a mobile phone. Don't you remember that in 1983 her daughter died because of the mobile phone didn't go off? We'd long since forgotten that, but no. Maybe. So this is the way I think that these things will move online, or one of the ways I think they will, one of the ways we're experimenting with, certainly. And we're using, of course, all the structures that younger audiences are familiar with from online, carousel structures. You can navigate through the neighborhood in which the show takes place. You can bring up all the interrelationships between the characters, and you get the picture.